Hey friends, Shane from How to Wrench. I told you we'd be doing a lot of live videos today, so how's that gasket cleaning going?
Oh, it's the best.
I don't think anybody enjoys this, but it's great when we can have the music on, not while making a video. But hey, I was taking this case here, we're splitting duties here, and I was showing EJ something that I think a lot of people don't know. So I wanted to explain it. So if you look at where we need to apply the sealant, okay, and what we need to do is we need to go to our service manual, and in our service manual it's going to tell you where that sealant needs to be applied. Notice here, same manual, 125 and 250. We have a 250. This is the left case. That's what I'm working on right now. CJ is cleaning off the right case, and I'm in this little area right here, and if you look at the photo like real quick at a glance, put sealant there. That's what I see. Hopefully that's what you see too, right? So you could see that this little area right here, there's really no call out, or there's nothing in there like a warning or a caution or anything. You're supposed to put the sealant in. But I want to talk about what this little tiny groove does and why we wouldn't want a lot of sealant here, okay? The big sealing surface we're doing is we're sealing this area here for the two-stroke part of the engine. Same thing on the other half. Can you move your hand for a second? And this is part of the two-stroke sealing, right? And that's how on a two-stroke we get our fuel and air oil mix. All that is going to be able to do its job since we don't hold oil. So the big thing we're really sealing is the ability that air can't get in, and that the oil and air mixture also can't get out. So that's what makes the two-stroke part of it, okay? Back here, we're sealing the transmission, okay? So from this area here, we're sealing the transmission. Same thing here. This is actually just for transmission fluid. This motor does not use a gasket. By the way, if you have a motor that needs a gasket, you have to use a gasket. You can't trade either way. But back to why I wanted to grab the camera and do this is you could see this little channel right here. So you could see where that goes through, right? And so let's look at where that's actually leading to. So it leads into this little cavity in here, and then there's another little channel right there, which leads in there, and then look at that! There's a hole down there. So if we flip the cover around, or the crankcase, I should say, now we're into the ignition or the magneto area that our electronics and our flywheel and everything's located. And you could see that the reason for that little hole is it's a drain. It's a water drain. And even though we have sealant here and we have a gasket here, there's the potential for fluid to, get in a lot of mud or water and power washing. You should never do, I don't know, whatever. There's the possibility that you could have a buildup, and what this is a little drain or a little breather, if you will, so that this isn't building pressure in there. So this does not, you can't have this cover sealed. We need it to breathe, okay? So that's how this area needs to work. We don't want to have pressure under here. As that flywheel is spinning around in there, that's creating pressure in here that needs to be able to breathe and get out. So why all the big maze? Well, the big maze is you have to figure this is the bottom of the motorcycle, and we wouldn't want water and mud to easily be able to get in here and here, fill this up, go back here, go here, and then fill up on the other side. So basically, as you're honking along and you get through some water or mud, that hole's pretty small, could plug up. It's meant to, like I said, breathe, but this is something where we would want to not intentionally fill it as we take and put our sealant across there, if that makes sense. So let's look at another area of the two-stroke engines that need to breathe, and that's our crankcase vent. Okay, so this one is got the big hose that goes down to the ground. And the way that they take that risk on, because there's no filter, there's no screens or anything, they need the clutch because of its spinning centrifugal force and the primary gears and whatnot. We can't build pressure in here. If we built pressure in here, we'd either blow gaskets or we'd blow the seals. We'd have a problem. We need it to breathe from all that airflow that's happening here. So it goes through the case. It goes all the way to the top side. There's a little pin in there with another little hole right there. And then that goes out here, and then it goes to the ground. I'll make sure I don't drop your motor on the ground. That would suck. Anyway, I just wanted to show those couple of little breathing points and just point out, like, that's the function. That's how they work, and that's what you're supposed to do. So anyway, that's it. We're going to keep at it. Another little tip. And we're at the point, obviously, you can see we made a lot of progress today if you've been watching the live videos today. But if you got any thoughts, comments, questions, something, put it down below. We're going to get back at it and keep wrenching.